Hey everybody, I told you that I will use the month of June to detox myself, my dopamine system. I cut out aware and consciously all instant gratification, yet I'm not experimenting because this is a lifestyle of mine since years. But to do this 100%, to do it consciously and aware, is another level, all right? It's another level. So I know I will pass this test. I mean, like, zero drinking, zero smoking, keeping consistent in celibacy, cultivating my energy, not letting it leak or play around, having no interferences, not sell out to anybody, not be dependent of anybody, not even of myself. I'm free of, thinking about, do I want to buy a beer? Do I say yes or no? I know, just here's water for me. All right, I'm not gonna smoke, not doing anything, right? And if I dream, I dream at night. Yeah, see, I like 6 sugar in my tea. Not even 6 sugar. I drink tea without sugar, all right? Only with honey sometimes. Yeah, and yesterday I did that 1 hour David Goggins workout, joined by my son, who is 6 years old. He did very strong. He joined me in all exercises. It's crazy, the boy. And today, to cool down and boost my recovery, I, start strong, finish strong. After a full day of work, taking care of my children, I ran a 1 hour in 30 degrees Celsius in the city. In the forest, it's a little bit more cool. I did this because I must do something for myself. When I work for the company. When I take care of my children, I love this, but I'm working for my children, and I was running just to have time for myself. I saw some animals in the forest. I can breathe. I can just run, just feel the heat, just process everything. And this is what I need. I've been this type of guy all my life. Yeah. So the month is done. My challenge is rather to inspire and also to make myself aware of what I do. It's like journaling. I actually use YouTube as journaling sometimes. And I keep on pushing in the same direction. Of course, it's good for me. Nobody teaches about this, As a young boy, nobody told me that to retain sexual energy is actually very powerful. And to all you guys who recover from narcissistic psychopathic abuse, it's very helpful to regain your self-agency, your powers, because narcissistic psychopathic abuse, especially when it's targeted on men, especially when it's covert narcissists involved, they will try to undermine your self-confidence so that you know how they feel and they can switch roles with you. We won't let that happen. It's funny and ridiculous. This idea only is ridiculous. So, as David Goggins would say, he sometimes looked in his journal just to remind himself what a badass he is. So we also have sometimes to remind ourselves what badass we are, because some people try to project their incapability and their cowardliness onto us, their inability to do in life without... I'm not gonna rant on people today. I don't want to. I don't want to digress in this direction. I just want to keep it positive in a way that as long as I get this energy, as long as I have my energy, I will live this life where I contribute to society, where I live as a role model for myself and for my children, where I get a feeling of self-respect, even though it's conditional. Yes, I do a 1 hour David Goggins workout. I go running after a full day of work for 1 hour in 30 degrees Celsius, and I feel good for doing that. If you think there's pathological and conditional respect that I create for myself, it's okay for you to think that. I will do this as long as I have the energy for living this lifestyle. Feels the best for me to do it this way. That being said, thank you for listening, and see you in the next video.